got this motorcycle. I took the week off so I could try and make a bunch of videos for you guys, and it keeps raining. Lucky me. So today what I wanted to do was kind of give you guys Q&A, I guess. Like, reading all the comments from you guys has been quite interesting. There's so many like super excited people and super pissed off people. It's kind of funny, but give you guys the top 5 comments that I have been trying to respond to. The first comment is going to be my shifting. You guys were like real mad about my shifting. I'm super sorry, guys. We had just taken it out of the crate. I did not adjust it, and apparently the KQS is not turned on out of the box. You have to actually turn it on. It's not a hard thing to do. You basically just hold down select and hold the down arrow down, and you'll turn your KQS on, so it's not really that big of a deal. But for that first ride, I honestly wasn't going to redo the video. I wanted to give you guys my true first time riding experience of the motorcycle, so that it was more of a real actual video instead of like trying to make it fake and redo it. My apologies. The QS is turned on, and guess what? It is freaking awesome. I love this thing. It is so smooth. I have not felt this smooth of a quick shifter in a long freaking time. There's a short little burst there, which brings me to my next comment. So there was 2 real kind of comments that were floating around about the motorcycle. The first one being that the motorcycle is reduced to 11k RPM and won't go past that. Obviously that's not true. The motorcycle will go past 11k. The next major comment within this reduced power series of comments is the fact that the motorcycle will run out to its 16,000-ish RPM, but we're losing power after 10.5. It's not gaining. Now you see me ride the bike. I definitely do not feel the power dipping down. I still feel the power gradually going, but I will say from what I've seen now, whether it be through all the information from Graves, and there's this dude in Washington who just dynoed it, and yeah, it's showing this motorcycle is not at its full 78 potential, which kind of sucks. But to be honest with you, like, that may suck, but let me tell you, instead of like looking at the stats of the damn motorcycle, if you just rode it, like, I don't care if it's hindered or not. This thing is so much fun. Like, ripping it through all the gears and keeping her high in the rev range, kind of getting on some back roads. This thing is a absolute blast. This is so much fun. Now, am I gonna get it to its full potential of power? Yes, of course. We're gonna put exhaust on this thing. I don't know what we'll do for intake on this thing yet, and I'm not sure which tuner we're gonna put on it. But we will be doing all of those things to this motorcycle, and we'll definitely try and get more power out of it, because it's just like any motorcycle. Every single motorcycle with an exhaust intake, a tuner, modifications like that are going to make the motorcycle go faster. And yeah, it kind of sucks that this one is potentially slightly detuned on the top end. But like I said, if you just ride the bike, whether it's detuned or not, this is a friggin' fun motorcycle, guys. So the next comment that many of you guys are asking is, why the hell would you buy this for 10 grand and not just buy the 636? I've owned a 636 before. I loved it. It's a fantastic motorcycle. I would say my biggest negative with it was I kept finding myself on my Ninja 400 at the time on back roads having more fun than I did with my 636. And the reason for that is, just like this motorcycle, you need to be in the high rev ranges to have power. That's how these inline fours produce power, and that's where they produce the power. My 636, like, I would find myself basically on these nice tight, because I really love super tight back roads, trying to friggin' fake Rossi my ass around. And the problem with that is, if you want to be in the right power range for the 600, you're generally going way the hell faster than you should be. So with this motorcycle, like, you just get to use more of the motorcycle. It's just fun, guys. If you've never rode a little motorcycle fast as hell, giving it everything it's got, I think you're missing out. I've owned big motorcycles. I've rode just about every single 1000cc liter bike out there. They're great. I love them. But for the streets and back roads and the riding I like and the riding I like to do, they don't work for me. They're way the hell too much power, they're way too damn heavy, and they cost way the hell too much money. I know this one's starting to leak into the too much money category, but it's frustrating, there's no doubt. She is way too damn expensive. back to the 636 question. Like I said, I've owned one. I loved it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the 636. In fact, they are freaking badass motorcycles. They're one of the best 600s to own, just simply because they have their torque a little bit mid-range versus the high range. So it makes them a little more fun as a street motorcycle than, say, like a R6 or a CBR 600 or a Gixxer 600. But in my opinion, getting to use the majority of the bike's power on the streets and in a general sense, sort of legal speeds, it's just an absolute hoot. And to be able to do that on a little bike that is an inline four screamer, freaking rad. Love it. So excited. Okay, so then the next most common question, and debunked by, I believe, REVZILLA, or one of those freaking dudes, was, do you need to break in your motorcycle? It's a hard one to answer. They have definitely proven that no matter what you do to the motorcycle, redlining it through its 600-mile break-in, that they've noticed absolutely no difference. Here's my personal beliefs, is that it's not about what rev limit you go to. So like, you're not supposed to take the motorcycle, let's see, above what? Is it gonna say like 4,000 RPM? Yeah. You know, from the factory, they want this bike to not go past 4,000 RPM. Are you effing kidding me? Okay. Either way, in my opinion, breaking in a motorcycle has absolutely nothing to do about going over 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 RPMs. It has more to do with not sitting at the same exact RPM. I think you should be varying the RPMs all the time, whether it be changing gears all the time, speeding up, slowing down. That is what's important for break-in service to me. The other thing that kind of always worries me is the fact that the oil's just at the bottom of the pan. You have the crankshaft spinning in there, you've got the oil sitting in there, and basically the crank is going to throw that oil all over the engine, and that is unfiltered oil. So the more you're leaning the bike over, splashing it around, the more the oil has a potential to get sucked in a different spot and potentially move around some metal flakes. Obviously not scientific, not positive, but those are things I worry about, that it is possible for that to happen because it is not filtered oil that's being slapped up. But yeah, so I mean, do you need to break it in? I'll be honest with you, I try and say that every video. I have never been nice to any motorcycle I've ever bought for break-in, even though I try to. God, this road is so much fun. I wish it wasn't freaking slightly damp. We're gonna have to come back out here tomorrow. Let me know if you guys want just like a raw sound video. Hopefully it won't be as windy and this will be dried up so we can actually get it and have some fun. Come out here more often. This is so freaking rad. I cannot focus. I just want to play. It's like, ooh, this is kind of dry. Freaking like a little kid, man. Ooh, I could play a little bit. Maybe a first gear corner? Yeah, I would have more power coming out. I need to come out here more often. Oh no, it's kind of wet. Oh fuck. Oh man, is she fun. Okay, sorry. I keep wanting to play around, but the last comment that was asked a lot was, what kind of mods do I want to do to this thing? I've already got the frame sliders. That video will come out here shortly. I put some tank grips on there. I do have the Graves catback in route. I will have that this week. Beginning some integrated turn signals, a fender limiter on this thing. I've already got a windshield coming. So all that is to come very, very shortly. This is a rad new motorcycle that we are all learning about together. And man, is it fun. I'm telling you guys, reduced or not, like, I don't even give a shit. This thing's freaking rad. I think that's kind of one of the neat things about the motorcycle. If you want to turn the reduction into like a positive in some way, shape, or form, you're getting a fun bike that still destroys an Ninja 400. And once you get once you get used to the motorcycle and you're ready to freaking bump it up, you freaking put that, you'll get that tuned for a couple $100, maybe $300, $250-ish, and you'll have a new bike with 25 more horsepower on the top end, which will be freaking rad. So I hope this was a useful video for you guys. Thanks for watching. So much more to come. I love this little freaking bike, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. It said light rains. Very, very light rains. This is not very, very light rains.